Good morning, everybody. For those of you who don't remember who I am, or those that don't know who I am Reverend Michael Everett Davis. I am the spiritual leader here at Unity of Indianapolis. Also, I was ordained as an interfaith minister back in 2017 at One Spirit Interfaith Seminary. And I am really on the Unity ministerial path. As we speak, I have homework to do tonight. So, gosh, it's good to be home. Yeah. So, I just took the last 4 weeks as a type of sabbatical off because I've done the prerequisite work, the interviews, all of the things, and then finally, I started classes 2 weeks ago. I wanted to have some rest, get prepared. I didn't know what this was going to look like, so I wanted to make sure that I was going to end all of this with a fresh mind. So, I wanted to go ahead and share some of the experiences that I have had in this last month. So, this first week of sabbatical, I was gone from any responsibilities of here. I still was working at my job at IU Health as a simulation patient trainer. But that was great because I would go to work, which is meaningful work, which I love to do, and then it got to stay there. It didn't come home with me or follow me or text me or email me or anything, And then I was getting ready to go to Unity Village for a week. So then on Saturday, Ed and I got in the car and we drove to Kansas City. And Sunday morning we got up and we went to the Sunday service at Unity Temple on the plaza in Kansas City. This was the church that Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, built in honor of his wife Myrtle, also co-founder of Unity, after she had transitioned. The place is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It's stunning, and it felt like home. It was weird. It was like I didn't feel like a stranger there. I felt at home. And then later that afternoon, after lunch, we got to then check into the Unity Hotel because we couldn't stay there on Saturday night because of there's this big soccer thing going on here in a while. So Kansas City was one of the host cities, and there were no hotel rooms at. Also, there was a big Hindu wedding at Unity Village with like 400 people. So, and it was for days. So there was no room. There was no room at the inn on Saturday. So we checked in on Sunday. And we got to the front desk, and the person working the front desk recognized us. Because the times we've been there for Positive Music Fest, she recognized us. It was great. So that was fun. And then we got to our room and walked into the room, and I sat down, and I was like, welcome home. Welcome home. And it was great to walk around the grounds at Unity Village. If you've seen pictures or if you've ever been there, there is this humongous fountain. It may be 100 yards long. It may be football field length. I'm not sure. This huge fountain area, which is absolutely gorgeous. The roses in the rose garden were blooming. It was just really nice to walk around there and feel at home. And while we were walking around, we went into the Unity bookstore and gifts. Friend of ours from Unity, who works at Unity, Mark Fuss, was working in the bookstore that day, and so we were greeted with a hug. It's Unity family. Gosh, not only did I feel like I was at home, there was family there as well. And then I got to meet my cohort. There's 6 of us total, so it's a fairly small cohort, but we got to meet each other in person for the first time, but it wasn't like being strangers at all. We were so connected already. I was like, this is this group of people we're supposed to be together, to go through this experience together. And that was awesome. So then, class. First meeting of class is in the classrooms there at Unity Village, which I've been in before because of workshops and music things at the music conference. So therefore, the classroom also was comfortable and felt like home. Why is everything feeling like home? I want to share a really powerful experience that I had while we were there. Part of the 4-day residency that we were there, one of the things we got to do was to tour the Silent Unity space. So this is if you call Silent Unity for a prayer request, this is the place that you call in. Most of the people are now working from home, so the call center was actually empty, but I got to see that place and be in that space where people have been receiving calls and giving out prayer. And then there is a prayer vigil chapel in that space. And outside of that space are these beautiful wooden doors with glass. It's very ornate. Of course, it matches the Mediterranean architecture of the village. And they're locked. And we're like, what are those? I was like, oh, when you send in a prayer request. Yes, God. So when you, am I gone? Am I gone? Did I go bye-bye? Oh, there I am. So when you do send in a prayer request physically, do you mail them in or do you email it in, Mike? But I think it gets printed out. And it goes into that area, so it is attached to this prayer vigil. So Silent Unity has a 24-hour prayer vigil going on. I need bigger ears. Okay. So Silent Unity has this 24-hour prayer vigil going on. Again, some people are doing this from home. Some do it in this vigil, this chapel, which is this beautiful little room. And you look up, you're underneath a cupola. And that cupola has a light that shines 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It's like this lighthouse sending out all of this prayer energy around the world. And I'm in this room feeling all this energy. My cohort of my minister cohort, we are scheduled to be a half hour of the prayer vigil of this 24-hour thing that's been going on for decades. I didn't know what to do. It was time to start. I didn't know what to do. I was like, and your start goes, and go. So I just closed my eyes. I took a deep breath in. I took another deep breath in. And I went to my heart. Relaxed my breathing. And one by one, people would appear to me in my thoughts. It's just a thought. It's like, send them love. I send them healing energy. Whatever I feel like they might need or they do need, whatever that was, that's what I did. One by one. Unity of Indianapolis as a whole was a part of that. It came to me and I blessed this place. And before I knew it, the 30 minutes was up. So what I thought was, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to expect. It just came. It was natural as it was supposed to be. You know, like home. It makes me think that maybe home isn't a place, a physical place that we go to. Maybe home is how we are or how we show up. So the third week, it was a fantastic week. I'll be talking about it for the rest of my life. So you got time? So I'll move on to the third week. Came home. It's the third week. I did take that week off from my other job. So I had no place to report. No one needed to contact me. So I was at home. I had all these plans. There's yard work I want to do. I'm going to organize my office, get it ready for when class starts and all that. I was going to do all of that. And I'm going to get a start on cleaning out the garage. I couldn't do anything. It was baffling. It was like, I can't do a thing. I'm no motivation. I can't do anything. Oh, I should be doing this. 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 I was speaking the next Sunday, the 14th, at New Thought Unity Center in Cincinnati. So early in the week, I did have my talk ready because they needed information, so I got that to them. So I had a talk. I didn't like it, but I had a talk. It was sitting there. The yard's still waiting. The garage is still there. My office is still a mess. Finally, Friday, I got some of the work done in the yard. And Saturday, I sat down and I looked at that talk that I was doing at Cincinnati that I didn't like, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, I just need to change these two things. I was telling them something instead of asking them something. It made a huge difference. But I was like, I have wasted this sabbatical time because I haven't done a thing. Silly, Michael. Tricks are for kids. Sabbaticals are for rest, not work. Thank you, universe, for not letting me work. I needed to rest. Before I left, Louise Dunn kept telling me, you receive. Remember to receive. So I did go to Cincinnati, drove down there. I've been there a couple of times, so I was familiar with the place. And I got there, I walked up the steps, I walked into the front door, and there was Alice. I know Alice. Alice goes to the Posse Fest. This is great. I got a hug. I'm not a stranger here. I'm home. Here I am again. Here it's showing up again. I am at home. And it was great. It was a good time. It was fun. I have this fan. I brought show and tell. I got this fan. Okay. Because their air conditioner was down. They have a 100-year-old building. Actually, it really is a 100-year-old building. They're celebrating that right now. But their air conditioner in the sanctuary died, so I had a fan. There were fans all over the place. Ashley can vouch for me. I actually said, this is my first time here. I wasn't expecting so many fans. But Ashley and Michelle came down to support me while I was there, and it was fun. So I did all that. But then the next week, I was back to work at the simulation center. But again, it doesn't follow me home. It stays there, but class started. So I had readings to do and videos to watch. And it was funny because I also had time to read other books and to watch other podcasts. This is week 3 of my sabbatical, and I'm finally kind of doing it right. I mean, I'm going to work, but it's also a fulfilling work that I find important. But I was finally doing it right, and I got to do other things and things that I didn't think I would have time to do, but I did. But also, before Ed and I left on Saturday to go to the village, we did stop by Methodist Hospital because we wanted to visit Mike Coyle. And that was because we wanted to visit Mike Coyle. It wasn't because I'm the minister. And also, you see, the hardest part of this whole 4 weeks was being disconnected from here. So we did go see Mike Coyle. I did come to the art show because my friends had art in it. I need to go see my friends' art. And I did walk in the Pride Parade. Not because I'm the minister here, but because this is home. Right? You've heard part of my story many times. On December 24th, 2009, I came home to Unity for the first time. I walked into a place I didn't know anybody. At least I didn't think I knew anybody until Tim Spradlin was up here practicing to sing. But I didn't know anybody, and I didn't really know anything about this place. But I felt like I belonged here. I felt like I belonged here. We gather here today to laugh and learn and pray, to feel the light within us grow. Now it's time to start to open every heart to what we already know. Coming home to unity. So unity, why is it unity? So why is this place, why is this movement, why is it called unity? Anybody? Anybody know? Anybody know? All righty. We talk about truth. Great. But what is that truth? Okay, we'll get there. All righty. Thank you, Todd. Some people say that unity is called unity because it is uniting spirituality and science. Bless you. I gave you a 10, Andy. That was good. All right. So it's that uniting of spirituality and science. Kind of, yeah, that's a part of it. But what Charles Fillmore said is, we have studied many isms, many cults. People of every religion under the sun claim that we either belong to them or have borrowed the best part of our teaching from them. So we have borrowed the best from all religions. That is the reason we are called unity. And I would say we've also borrowed the best of science. But actually, science is borrowing the best from us because we've been teaching this for years and they're finally catching up, right? So unity it's universal truth. Unity is all of humanity. Unity is science and spirituality. Unity is God and humanity. And that's something that Jesus expressed and exemplified. So when I think of coming home to unity, it's that coming home to the reuniting of the consciousness of that oneness that we are with the one power and the one presence. Because unity is spirituality and science and divinity and humanity. It is all united in one thing, and that is that one power. Our first principle is when there's one power, one presence in the universe and in my life, God. So I say many times that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And so many times we get caught up in that human part that we forget. We forget that we are one with the divine. And our ego self, our lowercase s self, thinks it's in charge, and it tells us stories of lack and fear and unworthiness because it thinks it's trying to protect us from being hurt. So during the sabbatical time, I had picked up some podcasts. On the way to Kansas City, Ed and I were listening to Mayim Bialik's Breakthrough podcast, or Breakout podcast, Breakdown. Okay, yeah. So break something. It's Mayim Bialik. You may know her from all kinds of stuff. Big Bang Theory, Blossom, Beaches. She was the little Bette Midler. But she's now a neuroscientist and has a great podcast. But anyway, we were listening to that. Also, I've been reading Eric Butterworth's book, The Power Within, which is fantastic. I'm loving that. But then one of my assignments was to watch this video. And it was Dr. Sue Morter's podcast. And I was like, I know Dr. Sue. Some of you know Dr. Sue. She has spoken here before. She has up in Carmel she's no longer in the chiropractic business. She sold that to her partner, Dr. Scott Cooper. but she is focusing her life on the power of the body and energy and the mind and healing the body and the soul. And so then I was looking, and Mayim Bialik has an episode with Dr. Sue. And I was like, this is cool. Dr. Sue, she's my friend. She's being interviewed by Blossom. This is fun. Or Amy Farrah Fowler. But she said there was something in that that spoke to me. And she said that when we begin, we are whole. And then when we enter humanity, we kind of go splat. And things go all different kinds of directions. And we begin to start identifying with our mind instead of our soul. And she says the mind is a wonderful servant. It is supposed to be there to serve you. It was never meant to be in charge. And she says that the soul speaks to the body speaks to the mind, but the mind isn't listening because it's too busy talking. I didn't mean to look at you, Crystal. I'm so sorry. Yes, I did. Okay. But this is what Unity been teaching all along, right? So our spiritual journey is not about becoming something. It's about remembering who we have always been. Jesus said, abide in me, not become me. Abide. Live there. Make your home there. The kingdom of God is within you. There's one presence. There's one power. These teachings point to the same truth. We are invited to come home, not to a place, but to ourself, to our Christ nature, to our oneness with God. Now it's time to start to open every heart of what we already know. What we already know is we are one with the divine. We're not here to become, we are here to remember our oneness with God, to remember our wholeness, to remember that in God we have always and always will be home. How do we do this, Michael? I got knots in my thank you. I got knots in my stomach. My blood pressure's going up. I have task paralysis. How do I do that? That's a start right there. Take a breath. Dr. Sue invites us to move from the busy mind into the wisdom of the body. Listen to your body. Your mind is up there. Your mind is supposed to protect you from bears. And everything that happens to you, your mind thinks it's a bear. Oh, I stubbed my toe. Bear. Walking through the woods. Bear. It's a squirrel. Oh, but it's really a bear. I missed my turn. Bear. So we're always in this fight or flight situation, unless we go into our bodies. Marianne Williamson would say that whenever we notice ourselves in fear, we drop into love. Same thing. Charles Fillmore said, retreat into a space of mental stillness to consciously meet God and receive new life. Same thing. Take a breath. Get out of here, go into here, and breathe. Receive new life. In Unity, we do this through affirmative prayer. We affirm that all is well. We affirm that. We do this through meditation and through breath work. And in meditation, we can know that there is only love. You quiet your mind and know there is only love. We can do this through forgiveness. You know what? I screwed up. I forgive me. That's back there. It is no longer with me. It is behind me. Or even someone else hurts you. I forgive that. It's behind me. I don't need to carry that bear with me anymore. Practicing gratitude. Simply being grateful. Grateful for this moment. Grateful for all of you. That brings me in to my truth of who I am and being present. So really, what was happening these last 4 weeks? I thought I was going away for a while. I wasn't going away. I kept going home. I kept going home. Because you see, Unity Village, it's me. My cohort, it's me. New Thought Unity Center in Cincinnati, it's me. Last Sunday, I went and visited Anderson. I was at home, it's me. Unity of Indianapolis is me. Wherever I am home. Wherever I am, God is. Home is not a place. Home is me. Home is you. Coming home to Unity. Heaven is here. Right now. And I'm so glad. Thank you.